Welcome. So this is CSC234, a brief intro video to get you guys caught up. I'm Mr. Norris. An easy rule of thumb is if you're looking for your instructor, yeah, I'm the bald one. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, I'm going to kill the webcam, but we'll keep talking. But welcome to the course, and I appreciate you guys bearing with me this first week. We had a couple technical difficulties. We're getting sorted out. I think we're good now. All right. First thing would just be a brief sort of recap. I know you will have had 134 if you're in this class, so no big deal. But we want to get you back up to speed at a reasonable rate. So there is a mandatory assignment due by the 17th, which is fairly short, and that I will show you entirely how to complete in this video. And just these other posts. So this issue is actually what I might call a confounding variable. So I thought this is one of the reasons people were seeing incorrect data, but it was user error on my part. All right, so if you go to the playlist, you're going to find this video as well as some of the other videos too. So what I wanted to do first off is just introduce our initial module to make sure you know what's going on. Okay, you've got two assignments due the 24th, one due the 17th, which is only a few days away now. But like I said, I'll show you how to do the entire assignment in this video, followed by a homework on the 31st. Now I will mention when you look at the homework, you're going to see multiple tiers. And this time I made it silver, gold, and platinum. So there's a maximum of 90 points, 100 points, or 110 points. You'll get familiar, or you may be familiar with the 80-20 rule, which is that a lot of times, 80% of the work is needed to get that last 20% done. So that's kind of the idea behind some of these assignments. Occasionally I will put on a section to say, hey, this is pretty straightforward. Oh, you want 10 more points? It's a lot more work. That is not to penalize anyone. This is to avoid two of the issues that can happen in a class like this, okay? Especially if I don't see you face-to-face regularly. One is that you fall behind, and we've got to help you get caught up. And the other is you might get bored if this is something that you're having an easy time with. So a lot of times I'll add these extra things you could do just to let you sort of practice your skills. You're welcome to do them or not. Either way is fine with me. Okay, so first things first. Let's just show you the quick version of how to complete this assignment. And what I'm asking for is, well, you know what, I'm going to probably copy and paste it. I see a typo here, so we'll fix that. All right, so I'm going to go to REPL.it. You'll see videos up in the playlist for various different ways to write C++ code. I am happy with however you've written code in the past. Some of you like to use code blocks, some use GCC, some use REPL.it. I'm happy to help you learn new tools if you'd like. But for this first assignment, I want it done really quick. When you go into REPL.it now, again, you will use your previous account, which you should have registered through just your regular FableTech Gmail account. Let's name the assignment. I'll say M1T1 and then my last name. Okay, so obviously you'll put your own last name. You can leave this to the default randomly generated name, but you'll need to change it when you submit it. So let's change it now and save some time. Great. Okay, so here we are. So it's REPL.it, just running in the cloud, just running on a Linux box, looks like. So I want to first here, because I don't want to Alt-Tab while I'm trying to do the video, I'm just going to post the instructions here and fix the typo while I'm at it. Okay. Well, this is looking a little messy, but that's okay. All right, the first thing we want to do to match what we see in the book is add one line of code. You'll just always want to do this using namespace standard. This means you don't need to put standard : : in front of every single C out because that will get old really quick. Of course, you're also going to put the standard header, which I shouldn't have to tell you too much about, but as a reminder, class name, assignment, I need the code. The English name for the assignment is optional. Your name and date. So the date you submit it, the date you write it, what have you. All right, so as a quick reminder, these first two lines are just allow us to do the rest of the things we're going to do. Great, so if I want to add more C out messages, it's very easy. Cool, I'll introduce you guys myself. So I'm Andrew Norris, and I'll do end L, which is just a shortcut for \n if you don't like using the \n. That's functionally the same thing. C out, well, I'm not studying languages, but I'm teaching C++, Python, Java, and C#. That is a little bit of exaggeration, but I teach the capstone class, so I have students running projects using each of these languages. So to some extent I'm teaching them, but mostly teaching C++ this semester. Cout. I'm an instructor at FTCC who owns a 80-pound dog named Esther. There you go. So I've doxed my dog. There's more to me than Esther. Got a family, not just the dog. But the thing about Esther that I always like to mention is, you know how when your computer's not working, so you turn it off, turn it back on, and it works again. I definitely see her doing that with me when she feels like her user interface with her master or her servant, depending on how you define it, her human. She wants to go outside, and I say, well, you just went outside. So she says, okay, no problem. Give me like 90 seconds. She comes back and says, hey, I want to go outside. Now, she doesn't say it because she's a dog, but you know what I mean. All right, so now that you've written your personal identifying information that you choose to share, you don't have to share a lot if you don't want to. It's totally fine. And if you want to just use the same text you might have used in M1D, that's fine as well. I don't mind that. The point is I have a program that's functioning. I met the standards here. So next I want to take a screenshot. I'm doing this on a Chromebook as an experiment, essentially. So it would be different there. You're probably on Windows, in which case use snipping tool. But if you just Google how to take a screenshot, platform of choice, you're going to be fine. All right, so when you click the three dots, that's an overflow menu, which means that anything that doesn't fit up top is here. So I'm going to download a zip. Here's my zip. And as long as that's your name, then you'll just go into Blackboard, you'll go into M1T1, you'll click this, and then you will attach two files, one being the screenshot and the other being the actual zip, then you'll hit submit. If you ever, say, want to upload a file and you're not sure if you're done yet, or you just need a place to keep the file, for a few hours or something, you can always save draft. If you save draft, I cannot see those, so I can't grade them, but that also means I can't grade it, if it's partially done. So you might find sometimes saving a draft and then turning it in may be better than the alternative. All right, I think that's going to be enough to get us started. I'm going to include another video that I showed my 134 class on how to use Zybooks. We are going to get into some additional programming assignments in Zybooks starting in probably the next module. And so you're going to see some additional things with the automated grader. I'm going to walk you through because it's a pretty long process. All right, anyway, thanks and welcome to the course. Please make sure you've turned in that 117 assignment as soon as you can. Like I said, if you just follow along with what I did, you've already completed it. Thanks again.